pretty good. So, hey guys, what's up? Ruben here from the Midnight Garage. Today we are going to Osaka JDM, which isn't actually called Osaka JDM anymore because I've been there last time and ever since then they moved to a bigger premise and they called it Five Mart, but they still use the Osaka JDM brand and it's run by the same people, so it is the same company. So, let's go. It didn't really take that long, but we already ran into the first set of issues for today. Great!
Cool, so the address apparently isn't complete, so the taxi driver can't find it. So he's now going to look for it.
If you ever visit Japan, make sure to grab a taxi at least once. The Toyota Crown used to be the classic Japanese taxi that could be found everywhere, but nowadays it's a mix of all kinds of different cars, such as the Toyota Camry I was sitting in. I tried to find the Crown, but nowadays they are hard to find in the area I was at. Classic Japanese taxis had fender mounted mirrors. This was done so the taxi driver did not have to turn his head when looking at traffic around the car, and that way he could not accidentally look at you. And that all just sounds so Japanese to me. Toyota actually makes a taxi right now called the Toyota JPN taxi, which still sports the fender mirrors. Another classic detail about the Japanese taxis is that they have electric rear doors that automatically open and close for you, so you don't need to touch them. This is a classic feature that almost all taxis in Japan have since the 60s. It is mainly done for hospitality and safety for the taxi driver. I wanted to film this, but the taxi driver already saw me heading his way and he opened the door before I had the chance to press the record button. Maybe next time. Anyways, after a short trip, I arrived at the most well-known Kanjo racer shop in Osaka, Five Mart aka Osaka JDM. I was very excited and I could not wait to see how their new shop looked like.
We are now at Five Mart,
And funny story, they are closed. Apparently they should have been open today, but they're not. And that sucks because I had a lot of stuff that I had to buy for friends here and I can't now. But since I'm here anyways, I'm going to check out some of the cars that are parked outside.
I wonder if this Mercedes is a Five Mart project as well.
I figured it would be a good idea to just wait around in case they were test driving some project cars or something similar, so I started looking at the cars on the premise. The first car that caught my eye was this awesome blue 3rd generation Civic. I actually spotted this car before in the Osaka Auto Mess, but I was happy to see this car without hundreds of people around it. It was repainted inside and out, and I was a real big fan of the work equipped 40 wheels, but I think I already said that in the previous video. Next to it, kind of tucked away, was this Honda CRX EF8. It was sitting on some of the new Osaka JDM Loop 6 wheels. They look good, but personally I prefer the Loop 5 wheels. It had a mildly stripped interior and based on the decals it seemed to be affiliated with Temple Racing.
I wonder what's underneath here. I do not dare to pull off the car cover, but I think if I look at it, it's a 3rd generation Civic.
Next to our mystery car, I spotted an Osaka JDM EG6 Honda Civic track car sporting some serious battle damage. Next to that they had what appeared to be a caged Honda Civic EK9, which seemed to be in much better condition than the EG6.
Well, this is pretty much everything I can see from the store, obviously, because I cannot go inside. I do see some very nice Mugens though. So for anybody who's kind of disappointed that I couldn't show you guys how the store looks from the inside, well, think of it this way, at least you didn't travel half the world in order to go to a store which is closed. But you know, since nobody is here to tell me otherwise, I might as well get some drone shots in, so that's something. I waited around for quite some time, hoping they would come back, as I wanted to ask them things like why they changed their name from Car Craft Boon to Osaka JDM to Five Mart, but unfortunately no one showed up. Luckily for me, this is Japan, and during my taxi trip here I spotted something that I could use as a backup in case things went wrong at Five Mart. Well, bye Osaka JDM / Five Mart. Well, that was a massive failure. But like I said, on the way here I did see another tuning shop, so I'm just gonna see if I can find that instead. I might go there another time, but my schedule is pretty packed, so I'm not sure if I can make some time to go to Osaka JDM another time. But we'll see. This is the spot. Let's see if I can take some pictures. When I was driving around in the taxi, I spotted a glimpse of the white RX-7 outside, and I only noticed the rest of the cars when we were already way past the store. I originally thought it was a smaller tuning shop similar to Zero Fighter, but when I arrived it turned out to be a car dealership. Now, I know of a few car dealerships in Japan that specialize in modified cars, but I never saw one in real life. Until now, of course. The first thing I thought when I was looking at all these cars was a car show. I am sure that you, just like me, have been to many smaller Facebook organized car shows where only like 10 or 20 cars showed up. I just thought that if the only cars that showed up on such a small meeting were all the cars inside this small dealership somewhere in Osaka, then the meeting would have been considered a massive success and it would have been an epic meeting according to European standards. But to the people that work here, it's just a bunch of cars that were for sale. Most cars at this dealership seem to be ex-drift cars. They mainly sold S-chassis cars such as the Nissan Silvia S13, S14 and S15 and Mazda RX-7 FD3Ss. Most of these cars were sporting deep dish steering wheels, full roll cages, bright racing seats and some serious aero. A couple of cars had Rocket Bunny wide body kits, and I know that a lot of people say that Rocket Bunny kits are overdone nowadays, but if I see a car with a Rocket Bunny kit parked randomly like this, then I can't help but be impressed. I went inside to ask for a business card so I could get all the information to link the company in the description, as I am sure that a lot of you guys are going to ask me where they can buy some of those old drift cars. As I stepped outside, I decided to check out the white RX-7 I spotted from the taxi. That initially piqued my interest because without that car I probably wouldn't even have seen this dealership. Wow, those were a lot of cool cars, and it really goes to show that if things don't go your way in Japan, cool stuff is right around the corner. So even though my Osaka JDM trip was a failure, I still ended up having a great day. It was time for me to head home though, as it was getting late. Five Mart, just like Zero Fighter, is actually pretty far away from the loop, so I had to take a train back in order to go home. So if you see the big bridge behind me, that is in fact Loop 1. And I tried to make some cool drone shots above it, but I think that all the tall buildings around here completely messed up the GPS position of the drone, so it went everywhere like, and I nearly couldn't control it, and I could safely land it into a bush, but it almost crashed into electrical poles and stuff. So I thought, okay, no drone shots from the loop, even though I really wanted to do it, but it's just a little bit too dangerous. So usually at the end of the video I will show you guys what I bought, and I was actually supposed to buy a lot, but
that obviously didn't happen. So what did I think of the stores? Five Mart actually looked pretty good, but the store actually seemed a little bit smaller than the Osaka JDM store I visited some years ago. The car dealership on the other hand looked pretty cool though, but then again I mostly looked at the cars. I will post a link in the description of both stores if you're interested, and I will post a screenshot of the location of Five Mart up and a screenshot of the location of the dealership up if you want to go there yourself. Just keep in mind that Five Mart might not be open when they are supposed to be open. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like if you did and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and then hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Kitty.